Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be looking at how to make the magic ring, magic circle, how to start a circle in crochet. This will be episode 1 of my tutorials. So all you're going to need for this is a pair of scissors, a crochet hook and your ball of wool. I'm using white so you guys can see the stitches, and I always use a 6mm hook for pretty much every project. So yeah, that's all you'll need for this one. So you're going to have your hand facing towards you, tuck your pinky in, and have your first finger, your middle finger, and your ring finger straight out. And then you're going to want to grab the tail of your yarn and just put it over your 3 fingers while your hand's facing you still. And then with your thumb, you're going to want to hold the tail of your yarn in the middle, like in your on your middle finger, and don't let that go. Then you're going to want to wrap the wool around your 3 fingers, and it should look like it does in this video, like it is 2 straight lines on the inside of your 3 fingers, and then when you turn it over it should form a cross on the back of your 3 fingers, and I'll do this twice so you guys can see. You should have the cross facing you now, and then with your crochet hook you're going to want to get that, slide it underneath the cross, hook the back piece of yarn, pull it underneath the front piece of yarn and pull it up a little bit. You should have 1 loop on your hook. You're then going to want to go over, and you're going to want to hook the back piece of yarn and pull it through the loop on the hook, and then this is your starting circle. So you're going to want to slide the circle off of your fingers very gently, making sure that it doesn't unravel, so holding it if you need to. And then you're going to want to chain 1, which is just wrapping the yarn around your hook and pulling it through the loop already on the hook 1 time. Now you should have a circle, a dangly bit, and 1 loop on your hook. And I like to untwist the tail. You don't have to if you're worried about it unraveling, but I like to. So you're going to want to single crochet into the circle now. So for this you're going to want to put your hook through the circle, yarn over the hook, pull the hook back through the circle, yarn over the hook again, and pull that through the 2 loops that are already on your hook. And this will be your first single crochet. I'm going to do 6 of these because usually most things you start with 6, but you can do however many you want. But yeah, so I'll come back when I have 6. I'm not going to speed this up, so if you guys don't know how to single crochet, you can learn along with this, but otherwise if you know how to single crochet then you can skip this and skip to after I have 6 on my hook. So you should have a crochet hook with 1 loop on it. You should have your circle with 6 or however many you need crochet stitches in, and then you should have a knot at the bottom of these stitches with a tail end hanging down. You're going to want to grab that tail end, holding onto your circle lightly so it doesn't become too tight. You're going to want to pull that tail end, and you're going to notice that this is going to shrink your circle, so it's going to get rid of the whole big hole in the middle, and your stitches are now going to take a much more circular shape. And then to close your circle now, you're going to want to grab your crochet hook and you're going to want to put it through the first single crochet, which is the one next to the knot and the tail end. So put it through that stitch, so through the 2 top bits of yarn on top of it. So yeah, put it through the 2 top bits of yarn and yarn over the hook, and then put it back through that stitch, and then you're going to want to pull that through the loop on your hook as well. So you don't yarn over a second time, you just yarn over the once when you've put your hook through that first single crochet, and then you put it back through that single crochet and back through the loop on the hook, and you have now closed your circle. To make this more secure, you're going to grab the tail end that should be hanging down from the middle, and you're going to pull that, just pull that like sort of tight, not extremely tight, but kind of tight, so then there'll be no big hole in the middle now of your circle. And then you're going to want to put your crochet hook through the stitch you've slip stitched into, and you're going to want to make a single crochet into that same stitch that you've slip stitched through. So don't chain one, just make a single crochet in that same stitch that you've just slip stitched into. And then I'm also going to show you how to basically carry on the circle once you've done it, so keep watching it if you need to see how to increase the circle. So an increased stitch is just 2 stitches in the same stitch. So because we're doing single crochets here, an increased stitch will be 2 single crochets in the same stitch, which you should make sure every time you make a circle, the second row you do should always be double the first row, because you should just be doing 2 stitches in every row. So you should, well, we started with 6, so we'll end up with 12. And then once I have done 12 stitches, I will show you how to end the second row, which is also how you'll end every row, depending on how big you end up making your circle. So yeah, I'll just get round to doing my stitches, and when I've got 12 stitches I will show you how to end it. So now I'm at the end of this round, and there's going to be one stitch that is a little bit lower. You're going to skip that stitch, and then the next one on from that is going to look a little bit slanted. That's the one you're going to slip stitch into to finish this round. So you're going to want to put your hook through that stitch. So you skip the first stitch, put your crochet hook through the stitch that looks a little bit slanted, yarn over your hook, pull that back through that stitch, and then pull that through the loop on your hook. So that's how you're going to want to end every round, and I'm just going to do this again to show you how to do it, to make sure that you've got it thoroughly and you know what you're doing. And then yeah, so if you wanted to start another round, you would then single crochet or whatever stitch you're doing into the same stitch that you've slip stitched into, and at the end of every round you would skip a stitch and slip stitch at the end of every round you make from now on. But we're going to fasten off, and I'll show you how to fasten off now. So for fastening off, you're going to chain 1, which is just yarning over and pulling through that one loop on your hook. You're going to want to pull that tight, and then you're going to want to grab your scissors, and you're going to cut the yarn. So you're going to cut the long trail of yarn, and you're going to pull that through. So you're just going to pull it with the hook. You're just going to pull upwards, and then you can tighten it. So you should have one tail hanging down from the middle of your circle, and you now should have a tail at the top. And that is how you fasten off. So that's how you make your circle, that's how you increase, that's how you fasten off when you've done your circle. But yeah, I do this every time and it works like a gem for me. So yeah, I hope this has helped someone else, and I hope you have a great rest of your morning, midday, evening or night. Thank you for watching, and as I said, there'll be many more tutorials coming, so keep an eye out for them. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed crocheting. Bye.